So today I want to share my thoughts on freezer bag cooking. What's termed freezer bag cooking. And for those that don't know, freezer bag cooking is where you take your ingredients, in this case my breakfast oatmeal, boil some water, pour the hot water in the freezer bag, seal it back up again, allow it to rehydrate and cook, put it in a thermal bag, something like this. Some guys make their own up out of the insulating material, and you let it rest. And there's different, the guys come up with different recipes, usually involving things like instant noodles, mashed potato, the instant mashed potato, and other dehydrated meals, the proprietary ones. So here's what I think about that. So the guys that extol the virtues of this particular method are usually the guys that are trying to save weight, and their argument for that, their sort of angle on that, is that there's no washing up, because you finish the meal, you eat the bag straight out of the meal, so there's no pot to wash up, and you can throw the plastic bag away. The problem with that is that the chemicals in plastic, the temperature at which the chemicals start to leach out of any kind of plastic, even the food, so-called food grade stuff, is below boiling point. So not only is your food rehydrating, in my view, but you're leaching the styrenes and things out of the plastics into your food, which I don't think is a good thing. I'm about to have breakfast here, as I just showed you. Can't find it now. I'll put it in my little thing. So I just got some oatmeal and dried fruit there, some nuts and stuff. But I'm going to make it using. I've managed to lose that as well. I don't know what's going on with me this morning. I know it's here somewhere. Here we go. Using a thermal mug. Now, the old thermos technology has come ahead leaps and bounds these days, and the wall thickness on these things are almost unnoticeable. So really, I'm here to make a case for carrying one of these. I know that a lot of the outdoors guys on YouTube carry them. Particularly, one that comes to mind is Carl Outdoors. He always packs some hot soup and stuff like that. But they're even a little bit more versatile than you might think, and I'm going to go through that now. So usually the guys that are doing this freezer bag cooking are the ones that are doing these long excursions, these expeditions, doing the Appalachian Trail, or these long hikes where weight is a factor, and they become very concerned with everything being very light, the lightweight kind of approach. Wide mouth thermal cup or flask, now lots of them. This is a proprietary one, but they're all over the place, different makes and models. It's a water container as well. It doubles as a water container, so you have to minus that from your total weight. It's also a drinking cup, so you can minus that as well. I think unless you're going to wash up this same freezer bag every time, you've got to carry a box of freezer bags, so you better take the weight from that as well. This probably weighs, I don't know, 5 ounces or something, 4 or 5 ounces. And I would say that by the time, kettle's boiling, by the time you get to, weighing one up against the other, they zero each other out, even though initially this appears heavier. Also, the main advantage of this is, or one of the big advantages, With your koozie and freezer bag system, you can keep the food good sort of cooking temperature hot for maybe half an hour, 45 minutes, maybe an hour pushing it. This will keep it cooking temperature hot for 4 hours. So it kind of extends what you can do. There's probably different recipes, different types of food that you can cook. Anyway, breakfast time. In goes the goodies. Something simple this time. Oatmeal doesn't take much cooking, but it does take a bit of cooking, even the instant oats. And of course it rehydrates the dried fruit nicely. Bit of that in there. And that's it. Screw the lid on, let it sit, wait for breakfast. Of course you need a long spoon to get to the bottom there, like an MRE type spoon. Dairy Queen has provided. So it's been about a little under 10 minutes. Fully hydrated oatmeal. That's Spudley scratching in the background. Alright, the Spudle, you get it? You get it? Bon appetit. Oh, wait a minute. It's far too healthy. I'm just going to add some chopped chips. Bittersweet chopped chips. I like that in my oatmeal. And it just takes the edge off the healthiness. Yeah, there we go. That's fixed it. So, there it is. It's why I don't think there's really significant weight saving with the freezer bag cooking, and I think it's a pretty horrid thing, really. I mean, if you really like the taste of plastic, you can take what you're carrying your oatmeal in and just kind of soak it in there for 3 or 5 minutes, so you get that plasticky flavour back in there before you eat it. Personally, I think these are a better idea. Yeti, that was the other folks that make them. So a wide-mouthed thermal cup. Hot and delicious. Delicious, nutritious, not boring to eat. Couldn't be easier to make. No plastic taste. And hot. It's been in there about 50 minutes. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.